Hello, welcome to Crafted Bricks. Simon here again. This is going to be an update video to a video that I published a few months ago on how to fix and modify your Technic Porsche 911 RSR race car model. Now in that video I covered two key modifications that I think make a great difference to how this model looks. The first one was how to lower the vehicle so it looks a lot more like the real world race car. And the second one was my own modification on how to fix a really strange gap that was here in the roof section. Now that original video has exploded in views, and that's certainly something very exciting for a new YouTuber like me. But reading through all the comments, I noticed people had a lot of questions. So I thought I'd do this follow-up video to kind of step through the modifications again, perhaps providing a little bit more information, and I'd sort of answer different questions as I go. I also have to correct my modification. There's a few additional steps required to get rid of that gap here, so I'm going to go through that in this video as well. So first up, let's take a look again at the lowering instructions. These have been provided by the designer RB Instructions and are available on Rubricable. I'll put a link to this page in the description of this video. Now, as you can see here on the Rubricable page for this mock or this modification, there's a link just here for the instructions. I'll show you that soon. But down the bottom here on the inventory tab, you can actually see the parts that you will need here to do this modification. Now, to answer some questions, you will need to buy these parts. They're not provided in the set, and you can buy these parts from Bricklink, and I'll put a link to Bricklink in the description of this video as well. As you can see here, one of the nice things, if you have created a Bricklink account, there is a button right here where you can actually add these parts to a wanted list in Bricklink, and then it makes it quite easy to go ahead and buy the parts from a Bricklink seller. For anyone who doesn't know what Bricklink is, Bricklink can kind of be thought of as eBay for Lego. So it's a great sort of community site where people all around the world sell Lego parts, both new and secondhand, and also sell sets. So if you're not familiar with Bricklink, I highly recommend you check it out. There's a lot you can actually purchase there from that site. And it's a great community and fantastic support for anyone designing or building custom Lego models. In terms of the instructions here, so I'll click on this link now. It'll actually take you to the designer's own website. So the designer's name is Remo, and Remo is German, so this site is in German. Don't be sort of shocked by that. What you can do is if you have Google set your translation, translate from German to English or in the language of your choice, and then you'll be able to actually read this page. I got a few questions saying the instructions in German. The instructions are not in German, it's just the designer is German, so his site is naturally in German, but with Google Translate it's quite easy to read. As you can see down the bottom here, you can click on this and look at the instructions or go to a page where you can actually download these instructions for free. There are three files here. So the first one is a PDF list of the parts that you will need. The second one is the instructions themselves in a PDF format. And the third one is the parts list in an XML format that those familiar with Bricklink can use to just upload the parts list into a Bricklink wanted list. Now, taking a look at the instructions again, they're actually extremely simple. So this is a really simple mod. It does not require too many parts at all. I did want to highlight something, however, that when you go to step 4, I would recommend that the assembly shown here, it shows you need 2 of these type of brackets and like cross blocks and then some of these pins here. I would actually recommend that you double that up completely and that you use a 4L axle rather than a 3L axle. And I'll show you that now on my model. And that way the suspension, when it is compressed, will actually be supported from both sides, not just from the front. So that's a minor change that I would recommend. That change will mean that you need to get, rather than just buying 2 of these cross block type parts, you need to buy 4. You'll also need to buy 4 additional pins, so 2L black pins. And rather than buying a 3L axle, you will actually need a 4L axle. What I think I might do is actually list out all of the parts you need to do this lowering mod with my recommended change for step 4 in the description of this video, so check that out there. Before I move on and talk about my modification to the roof section of this vehicle, I just want to address a few questions on the lowering modification. Now, the lowering modification works by compressing the suspension of the vehicle. And what that means is once you've done this modification, the vehicle is lowered, the vehicle no longer has any suspension travel. As you can see with me pressing down on this now, there is no suspension travel on the vehicle. Now, that's not an issue for me. I think the model looks so much better in its lowered stance versus being way too high in the standard design. But if anyone is looking at this video and you're concerned about the shock absorber pieces, so the springs on those are fully compressed after the lowering model, if you want to reuse those pieces, take the set apart and reuse those, then maybe this is not the modification for you. For me, as this is a display piece and I'm not going to be taking it apart and I think it looks great in this lowered form, I'm just going to be leaving everything as is. The second thing that I want to address, and I've kind of mentioned this earlier, is that if you want the parts for this modification, you definitely have to purchase those separately. They're not included in the standard set. And my recommendation is to purchase them from Bricklink. I think some of the parts are available from Lego, but you can definitely buy all the parts you need from Bricklink. And the great news is they're very common parts, very cheap, so they're not expensive at all. And I'm sure you can actually pick all the parts you need for the lowering mod up from a single Bricklink seller. The third thing I just want to mention is that Remo, who's the designer of this lowering mod, mentioned to me this week that he'll be working on a similar modification to lower the recently released Technic Ferrari 488 set. So that's great news. Definitely keep an eye out on his rubricable profile for that modification if you bought that set and you want to lower that set as well. I actually suspect it's going to be a very similar approach in design, as I suspect the chassis and the suspension that's used on this model will be quite similar to that Ferrari set as well. The final thing I want to talk about, and moving on, is I want to do a shout out and a thank you to Kevin. Kevin noticed with my modification to the roof here that there are a few additional steps required. There are a few additional steps. I modified my vehicle about a year ago, and when I was preparing for that original video, I did miss 2 steps. So I want to go over this modification again and clarify everything for you. I just want to show you this modification. So as you can see here on my modified model, this outer flex cable has this nice clean line all the way from the front through to the back of the vehicle. On the standard design, you'll notice there's a really strange gap here. So I'm going to show you how you can do this modification to change your own vehicle. The easiest way for me to explain how to do my modification to the roof section of this vehicle to get rid of that strange gap is once again to refer to the instructions. If you take a look at step 466, you'll notice some black toggle joints here with some small grey pins inserted into them. Completely remove those. And then referring to step 465, you'll see there are some 2L pins with an axle that are in red. Also remove those and just put those to the side temporarily. Replace those pins at 465 with some standard 3L pins in blue. So there'll be one required on either side. And then to cover up the ends of those pins, you'll need 2 1x1 round beams in white. So these will be additional parts that I'll list in the description of this video. But yeah, replace those or cover up the ends of those pins with the round beams. Once you've done that, then refer to step 467. You'll need to replace the 2 red 2L axles and the 2 black 2L pins with bush in them. Replace those 2 with the 2L pins with an axle in red that you put aside from step 465. And then connect or do the remainder of those steps. So use the 1x1 round beams and the connectors at the end there. Do that step as normal. And you'll notice those connectors then move in one stud. And later on, when you thread the white flex axle through those connectors, it'll bring that flex axle in nice and tight to the roof and get rid of that gap. Finally, one other step is that at step 497, you've got to put 2 7M flex axles that connect to a number 1 angle element down here. Connect those to the angle element first and then put the top ends into either the holes at either end of the 13L beam with the Porsche sticker on it. And I'll show you what I mean by putting a photo up on screen now. That's all you need to do. So a few additional steps. Thank you once again, Kevin, for pointing out that there are a few additional things that needed to be done to actually fully complete my modification to the roof. But as you can see, once again, it makes such a difference and just looks that much cleaner and neater. I hope that you found this video very helpful, that it's answered your questions and provided clarification on the lowering modification and the modification to the roof section of this vehicle. If you'd like to do some additional mods to this vehicle, I know a few people expressed interest in changing out the headlights so the headlights looked a little bit closer to the real world race car this model is based on. I'm going to put a link to a forum post on the Eurobricks forum. That forum post is dedicated to modifications for this set, and I'm sure you'll find a lot of interesting things if you check that out. I'm also going to post the parts list for the modifications that I've gone through in this video, in the description of this video, and I'll include a link to Bricklink as well. So I really hope this has helped you and clarified these modifications. I'll definitely see you very soon in the next video. Happy modding and take care.